You on?
Yeah.
Okay, my name's Tim Ratcliffe, R-A-T-C-L-I-F-F, and I'm the investigation sergeant for the Castle Rock Police Department.
So this started early?
This morning about 10 after 8, our officers came out to a house here on the 400 block of South Prescott Way and to notify the parents of a juvenile who'd been arrested. Contact was just to inform them that we had the juvenile in custody. When the officers went in the house, they found some chemicals, a small box of them, and there were some on the back porch. They thought they were a bit suspicious, so they called Castle Rock Fire and Rescue to come. Castle Rock Fire and Rescue came and looked at the chemicals, and they appeared to be volatile. And so they moved some people out and called the Douglas County Bomb Squad to come in and take a look at the chemicals as well.
It seems for neighbors who are here, as this has went on, it's kind of continued to escalate. You're calling in more people, you're evacuating a larger area. Just talk to me about that.
So as the initial bomb squad technicians went through the house, they found a number of items, a number of other chemicals, things that looked suspicious. They didn't believe they had the resources and assets to actually look at those chemicals. So we contacted the FBI, who has the correct or more sophisticated equipment to come out and look at those items and see what they are.
So at this point, you don't even know for sure if you have anything dangerous or not?
That's correct. We could go inside and find the chemicals are benign and there's no threat, but out of an abundance of caution, we have to assume that there's a certain area of danger that we need to move people out of to keep them safe. So that's the reason for the evacuations.
We hear chemicals. People just kind of wonder, can you characterize what that is exactly?
I don't know specifically what they are, but they were of enough significance that the bomb squad felt that they needed more equipment, more sophisticated equipment to actually determine what we have.
What would someone be doing with chemicals like that?
I can't answer that. I have no idea.
Have you gone to this home before? Are you aware of any other cases involving these people with types of chemicals or explosives?
I'm not aware of any contacts, and at this point, this is still very early in the actual investigation. We haven't even really been in the house to see what's there other than to look and say we need to get out and find, more sophisticated equipment.
And what will you be doing going back in?
Once it's determined that the chemicals or whatever is inside there is safe or it's made safe, then we'll go back in either with consent or with a warrant and determine if there's any criminal activity that's occurring.
What time did the officers arrive to the residence this morning?
They got here a little bit after 8, I believe it was 8:10.
When was the juvenile arrested?
About 2:15, 2:30 this morning.
And any information about why this was a male or female? Do we know?
We're not releasing any information about the juveniles at this point because they are juveniles. The investigation's still, it's still growing and expanding. So we don't really, we're not going to release any personal information or, anything really definitive about them.
But one of those juveniles lived at this house, or both lived at the house?
This is where the parents are,
The parents of both juveniles?
of just one juvenile. Right.
And when the officers went to say, hey, we have your kid under arrest, did they have a warrant to go in the house? Were they invited into the house? How did they somehow see the chemicals in the backyard and, in the house?
They wouldn't have had a warrant. They were going in to just inform the parents that, hey, we have your child in custody, and it's standard practice. We have to let them know, a parent know that their child's been arrested.
So we were told you were evacuating the area due to explosives. I mean, is that still fair to say? Is this explosive in nature potentially?
Any volatile chemical could be explosive, but they're volatile chemicals, so we don't. That's why we're bringing in the other resources to take a look and see what we really have, because we don't know. The technicians went inside, they took a look, and they go, we need additional resources.
And I'm just asking because I'm curious. I hear chemicals. I think meth lab possibly, or I think someone's trying to make a bomb.
I couldn't answer because we really don't know what's all there. All we know is that some of the chemicals that were observed are volatile.
How long do you expect to be out here? Because you've got several homeowners that have been asked to leave.
This could take 12 hours. this could take, the more sophisticated equipment could go in, find its benign chemicals, and we could open it back up. But we have a center over at the Douglas County Fairgrounds at Kirk Hall that has an information area for the homeowners that they can go over and get information. If they have pets that need to be housed, they can go over there as well.
Do you have an estimated time of when that's going to happen, when when your better equipment is going to go in?
I'm not sure. I know the federal assets had to be brought down here, and then they have to assemble and put the people in, and clearly they're going to go slowly and cautiously when they're dealing with something that's volatile.
I'm assuming Halloween is unrelated, but it is tonight. We're going to have dozens, if not hundreds, of kids walking around this neighborhood. How does that play into this whole scene?
Well, they're not going to be trick-or-treating in this neighborhood tonight. I mean, I don't believe that, we don't have any indication that Halloween is a factor in this, but the neighborhood will be pretty well shut down for the week or for the night.
I'm just wondering if that is playing a factor into why there is such a perimeter, because normally you wouldn't have that many kids running around at nighttime outside a house with potential explosives inside there.
The perimeter is all about a safe zone in case there is, some detonation blast. They're volatile chemicals. We don't know. There's, guidelines for evacuation perimeters, and that's what the Castle Rock Fire Department's using.
Are we talking small bits, gallons? I mean, 50 gallons, 2? What are we looking at?
I don't know the volume or the quantity of chemicals.
A lot, a little?
Enough that we have moved cleared 30 homes.
So 30 homes have been.
Yeah, about 30 homes have been evacuated.
Can you just explain how, just because so I can get a kind of a picture, when the officers go inform the parents, hey, this is where your kid has been, did they see something initially on the floor? How did they, realize that this was a situation that needed more attention than just them?
The officers came in and found or observed a small box in plain view of some chemicals that were suspicious. There was also some more on the back porch.
We were also told there was a lot of stuff in the home. What does that mean exactly?
I don't know. I haven't seen the video of the inside the home. So until we actually get eyes in there and a thorough examination of what is inside the house, I won't be able to answer that.
What are your next steps for moving forward for this evening and kind of taking care of the situation?
At this point, we're going to move forward. We're looking for any unsafe conditions and then neutralize those to make sure the neighborhood's safe, because our goal here is to protect the community and the people who live here. And once we've made the area safe, whether we remove chemicals or devices or that they turn out to be benign, then we'll open the area back up.
There was a letter that was sent to Dougco parents recently warning them of possible school threats. Does this have any connection to those threats to this house?
That pertains to the Douglas County High School. Douglas County High School is under the jurisdiction of the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, so that threat and that investigation didn't come to us. At this point, we have no links between the two.
Obviously, the homeowners might be able to tell you what this chemical is, and they can tell you what's going on. Can you fill us in on that?
The homeowners may or may not be aware of what chemicals are in the house.
Would they be related to the juveniles then?
We're looking into that right now.
Are they talking to you right now? Are they cooperating with what's going on?
We are actively investigating and speaking to all the individuals involved in this.
And they're speaking to you?
We're speaking to everyone involved in this right now.
And the arrest from last night, do you think this has any connection to the chemicals, or does this just happen to be, there was arrest, you came here, this is what you saw, or is there a possible connection?
We're still looking into that, but on its face, there doesn't appear to be a connection.
And can you say at all if these juveniles had been observed before by police, or if this was just late night shenanigans that they got arrested for? I mean, I know since they're juveniles, you can
Right.
only say so much.
Well, because they are juveniles, we can't really release any information at this point regarding prior contacts, whether they occurred or whether they did not. So hopefully, if everything is safe, this turns out to be a relatively minor incident, then we wouldn't reveal that. But if things change, we might.
So about 12 more hours you'll be out here, you think, maybe?
I think it's going to be about 12 hours. It'll be a long night.